Limelight presents Diamond Dreams Prasad Kapre Show. Thank you very much for such a fascinating response that I've been getting. And what's really interesting are your questions. There have been questions coming in practically from across the country, especially on lab-grown diamonds, because, of course, it's a new category. There is a lot of curiosity around it, especially after our Prime Minister gifted it to the First Lady in the US, Mrs. Joe Biden. And, this particular diamond has raised a lot of curiosity. And I think that has generated a lot of good response and also very interesting questions. The first question I'm going to take it up is coming in from Rajkot, from Jaya. And it says, are lab-grown diamonds real diamonds? Of course, Jaya, these are absolutely real diamonds. These are identical to the mined diamonds in every respect, whether thermally, chemically, physically, optically. In all these respects, lab-grown diamonds are identical to mined diamonds, and this has been approved by the world trade bodies across the international markets. So these are the real diamonds. The second question that comes up is it's coming in from Sachin from Nasik. It says, why are these diamonds almost 1/3 the price? Sachin, actually, there are two answers to this question. The first is it's not really 1/3 across because the pricing differs based on the sizes. The smaller the size, the difference is much less between mined diamond and lab-grown diamonds. The bigger the size, the price difference is much, much higher. So that's why the solitaires, for example, 30 point plus, becomes much more value for money when you buy lab-grown diamonds as compared to the mined diamonds. So if at all you are thinking of going for lab-grown diamonds, then this is my personal opinion. You can have your own opinion once you get into the stores, but nonetheless, that's the most interesting part, 30 point plus, and that's where it's value for money when you buy lab-grown diamonds. The second part is when you say, why are they, lower in price, if not 1/3, is because there is absolutely no mining cost. These diamonds are grown in a lab, which is in a plasma reactor. In the plasma reactor, we actually create the same environment that consists, or rather that exists below the earth when the mined diamonds were formed billions of years ago. So the same environment is being created. It is almost, to give you an analogy, is almost like saying that आपने रेफ्रिजरेटर में अपना ट्रे पानी से भर के रख दिया है और उसके बाद वो जो रेफ्रिजरेटर का जो एनवायरनमेंट है, that is creating that particular environment, जिसकी वजह से आपका आइस बन जाता है लेयर बाय लेयर जो ग्रो होता है. So it's a similar kind of a process जहाँ पे the environment is created at the same temperature and pressure and the infusion of gases that is required to create these diamonds, but there is absolutely no human intervention. So it is purely the environment that recreates these diamonds in a plasma reactor. So इसलिए जब वहाँ कोई mining नहीं होती है, तो there is no mining cost, and that is given to the consumers as a benefit, and that's where these diamonds become affordable. जो तीसरा सवाल है मेरे पास, it is from Padmaja from Chennai, and she has asked, I have heard that lab-grown diamonds do not have any resale value, so it has absolutely no investment value. Well, Padmaja, it's an interesting question. First of all, I personally believe that any kind of investment, if at all you're making in jewelry, it's not really, you shouldn't be making that from an investment angle. Because finally, there are, the pricing of any metal or even any other stone is a roller coaster ride. At times it goes higher, at times it comes down. That's point number one. Point number two is that what you actually buy is a jewelry, which in any case is not the bullion that you're buying. So there is a difference between buying bullion or a gold biscuit or a gold coin versus buying jewelry. Because when you're buying a gold coin or a gold biscuit, you're actually buying pure metal. As against that, when you're buying jewelry, there is a design cost, there is a labor involved, and there is a making process involved. And so when you actually go back, and obviously you're going to wear the jewelry, you're not going to wear a coin or a biscuit, right? So when you're wearing a jewelry, you should actually wear it for adornment, for actually enjoying that piece of jewelry, and not so much from an investment angle. Because finally, when you actually go back to the jeweler and you're going to resell it, then they are going to deduct the labor costs, they are going to deduct the making process, the designing element. So you may lose almost 10 to 15% for sure. So it's not really from the investment angle that you need to see it. Coming to the lab-grown diamond side of it, the resale value is something which is, you should be looking at the kind of savings that you can do. So when I say that it's almost 1/5 the price or 1/10 the price, depending on the size of the diamond, that means even if it's, let's say, 1/5 the price, that means you're saving almost 80% on that initial, purchase. And that 80%, if you're going to reinvest somewhere else, that is going to give you much higher returns. And so it's not only giving you the returns in that fixed deposit or maybe in a share value or any other kind of an investment that you make. So you're getting better returns there. And plus, you're also enjoying the jewelry of these lab-grown diamonds, where you can adorn it and you can wear it for different occasions in your life. So I think it's a win-win situation. So don't look at it purely from an investment angle or purely from a resale value. You literally should enjoy it. Whatever savings that you have, because you are getting it at a much cheaper price, you can reinvest that in any of your investment portfolio that you wish to actually invest in. So that's something you should keep in mind while buying lab-grown diamond jewelry. The next question is from Natasha from Mumbai. Natasha says, for which occasion can one buy diamonds, especially the lab-grown diamond jewelry? Natasha, very interesting question, purely because, diamonds really don't need any occasion. It's purely a gift of love. Now, for that, if you need a particular occasion, whether it's just getting into the college, or whether you have, passed out of school, or whether you are getting engaged, whether you picked up a job, whether you got a promotion, whether you actually getting married, so you're getting into bridal segment, and then maybe after your wedding or the bridal segment, then you're enjoying your anniversary. So whether it's your first anniversary or 5th anniversary or 10th anniversary, then next stage in life is your festivals, whether it's Diwali, whether it's Dhanteras, whether it's Eid, whether it's Christmas. So, for different festival occasions you're buying, then there is a, birth of a child in a family. And that's a great occasion to buy diamonds again. And post that, when you eventually perhaps become a grandmother, then it is for your grandchild. So, diamonds practically have a life of their own, and they move according to the different role a woman plays at different life stages in her life. So at every life stage of that woman, there is a diamond for her, which is tailor-made for her. And so is lab-grown diamonds. So whether you want to buy lab-grown diamonds or whether you want to buy mined diamonds, I think diamonds fit in every occasion of your life. So, feel free for whatever occasion that you wish to buy, a diamond is perfect for you. Another question, how are lab-grown diamonds certified? This is a question coming in from Ramesh from New Delhi. Now, lab-grown diamonds are certified exactly the same way as the mined diamonds. The entire process is absolutely the same. It is the 4 C's, which is the cut, color, clarity, and carat weight. Based on these 4 C's, the mined diamond is also, given a certificate, and so is the lab-grown diamond. So there is absolutely no difference. You will get a third-party certification, or you may get a certificate from your own retailer, whichever you are happy to trust and accept. The certification is there, but the process is exactly the same. So whether it's, you have different labs like GIA or IGI or SGL, and, these are all international labs who have offices in India as well. So you can feel free, but insist on requesting for a certificate, because whenever you buy, whether you're buying mined diamonds or a lab-grown diamonds, I personally believe that as a consumer, you should actually have some certificate which very clearly differentiates between a lab-grown diamonds and a mined diamonds, and very clearly it states in the certificate. So if it's a lab-grown diamond, it will say lab-grown diamond, and if it is a mined diamond, then it will say a natural diamond. So every certificate will actually very clearly certify that. And I think that's what is important for you as a customer. So insist on a certificate, the process remains the same. The next question is from Sanjay. He's from Chandigarh. And his question is, do lab-grown diamonds change color over time? Sanjay, I know this has been a question in a lot of consumers' mind, and they have been asking this. It's something which is yet to be proved, or at least I don't have a direct answer, because technically so far it hasn't appeared that it changes color. But nevertheless, this is something over a period of time people will know, because there are certain processes used while growing, which is the metal in flux, used in HPHT technology. And they say that, there may be some kind of a rust that may appear in that metal in flux over a period of time, and that's why it may change color. But it is something which is yet to be proved. These are all hearsay, so please don't go by this. I think my personal opinion is diamonds or lab-grown diamonds do not change any color. But this is the reason that people have been asking. Now, Anita from Pune wants to ask, how does one differentiate between the mined and a lab-grown diamonds? Anita, it's again a very interesting question, because to a human eye, they are absolutely identical, to the extent that a diamond merchant who may be in the business for last 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, even he can't identify, even under a lens or a loop, it can't identify. In fact, some of the diamond pens, etc., when they are used, they can't identify between the two. So for differentiation or identification between a lab-grown diamond and a mined diamond, you need special techniques, special machines, which are based on phosphorescence or thermal activity of that diamond, and different Raman effect as they call it. So there are different technologies involved which can identify a mined diamond versus a lab-grown diamond. But these machines are available only with the certifying agencies. So practically it is better to get that certification done from these labs, who can very clearly then certify that whether it's a lab-grown diamond or a mined diamond. So that's the element that will actually explain to you the differentiation between the two. But otherwise, as I said, from naked eye, nobody can really have any difference. It's almost like when you have a IVF baby or a test tube baby, as we call them. Once the baby is born, you can't identify whether it's a normal baby or that is a natural baby or a IVF baby. So it's a similar kind of an analogy that I can talk about. Another question is from Sunita from Bangalore, and it says, which are the brands of lab-grown diamonds which we can buy, and where are they located? Where are the shops? Well, Sunita, there are different brands mushrooming practically every day, and a few lead brands which are there at the moment in India is Limelight is definitely one of the major ones who has taken the lead. Then we have Eva Glow. Then we have Ionica is another new brand which has come up. There is Avtara. There is Everlast, Everbright. So there are various different brands. Maybe you need to Google them. In terms of the stores, Limelight have 3 of their own stores, and plus also I think 40 shop-in-shops, whereas most of the other brands, whether it's Ionica or any other brand, are more of a online brands at the moment. Eventually, I hope they come up with their own stores. But these are the brands that you should look for if you're looking for buying a lab-grown diamond jewelry. Himanshu from Junagadh, he says, is it a good idea gifting lab-grown diamonds? Well, diamonds, as I said, is the ultimate symbol of love. So if you wish to gift it to a loved one, or even if you wish to give it as a corporate gifting, I think, these are the best. Lab-grown diamonds definitely, are absolute value for money, because usually you must have seen, especially at the corporate level, it's more of gifting of gold coins. Now today, even a 10-gram gold is going to cost almost 60,000 rupees. And in 60,000, actually, in a lab grown, maybe you can give up, a 50 point or a 70 point or even a 1 carat, depending on the color clarity, etc., which can be the gifting piece. And imagine the wow factor that comes on anybody's face. The moment you see a gift, which is maybe a 1 carat, and you go, wow, I mean, that's going to be the consumer reaction. So instead of just a plain gold biscuit, this can be a good idea that can be considered. But finally, the choice is yours. So you can actually go for it, Himanshu. Okay, one more question which has come from Ami from Rajnandgaon. And it says, can you control the diamonds that are all the best quality, like internally flawless and D-color? Because her question is that if you are actually growing it, why can't you control your environment and actually do this and create, the best of the diamonds? Well, it's a very interesting thought, but the technology doesn't exist, not at least so far, where we can create all the diamonds. Because, as I said, in the plasma reactor, you are just creating the same environment. You're not controlling the environment. So you're just putting the same temperature, same pressure. In fact, even your starting seed also comes from our natural diamonds. And eventually, of course, it's, you can keep taking the chip out and put it in the new growing plant. In the sense, the way I say कि दही से दही जमाते हैं, उसी ढंग से इन diamonds के भी chips निकाल के उनसे वापस नए diamonds बनते हैं. But having said that, we are not controlling any environment, or these growers are not doing it. They are putting in exactly the same environment. So the DNA remains, constant from that perspective. And keeping that in mind, it's almost like saying कि अगर मैं test tube baby अगर चाहता हूँ, so can my baby be, when the baby grows up, should look like perhaps like a Hrithik Roshan, should play cricket like Sachin Tendulkar, and maybe have a deep voice like Mr. Bachchan? Well, it's still not possible. So similarly, even in lab-grown diamonds is something which is, you can grow these diamonds, but you can still control any color clarity as yet. So who knows, whenever, if that happens, but the chances, at least for the next 10 years, I don't see that happening. So till then, enjoy whatever you're buying. And they are, as I said, identical to the mined diamonds. So that's it for today, and see you soon.